definitely got more power. All right, guys, so I wanted to do a little initial impressions of the DRT Dome B video on my bike while it's fresh. I've been out riding for about 2 hours, putting this thing to the test, trying it in all different conditions. Unfortunately, I don't have a good mic to talk and ride at the same time, so I'll have to go back and forth. But overall, very impressed. Very glad I bought it, and would buy it again. Yeah. So I'll give you a little rundown of the type of riding I do and the mods done to this bike to help you decide if this is for you as well. So 2026 YZ250, this head will work on any YZ, I think 99 and up. Yeah, got the GYTR flywheel weight. That is a phenomenal mod. Got the boys in Rad Valve, another phenomenal mod that I would not want to be without. I'm running 1451 gearing. My jetting is, I got the Kinger setup. I got a 40 power jet, 45 pilot, 172 main, the stock needle, which is the NYHW, I think, NHYW, in the fourth position, which is the same as a NE3W, N3EW, something like that. I don't know, whatever. In the third position, the old stock needle that came with the YZs in the mid 2000s. So yeah, that's basically it for the power mods. So the type of riding I do, I ride in the woods. I do, you know, I try to stick to the fast flowy stuff where I can kind of get in and out of the power band. It's fun to me, but I end up on a lot of single track that's really tight and steep and rooty and rocky and slow. And I wanted kind of a dual personality with this bike. It's one of the beautiful things about a two-stroke. I wanted the really luggable low end where I could keep the revs super low and get tons of traction, and but also at the same time have enough torque to be able to pop the front wheel up over obstacles and be able to climb really steep muddy hills nice and slow and controlled, and just mountain goat and tractor up the thing. And definitely got a lot more of that with this head, and that is awesome. And on the flip side, when I do get into the power band and ride this thing aggressive, or I get out on, you know, backcountry logging roads and powerline roads, or out to the dunes, or when I take it out to the desert, I wanted a nice mid-range hit, and I wanted that top end to fucking scream, dude. I wanted this thing to feel like it's gonna rip my arms off and scare the hell out of me. So it sounds like I want two different bikes, but this gives enough of both to, especially the low end lugging, to keep me very satisfied. So here's a little sample of lugging up. It's way steeper than it looks on camera. The GoPro effect is real. Lugging up a really steep, muddy, like clay hill. Check this out. All right, so here's the lug test. This hill is way steeper than it looks. It's basically just clay. It's really slippery. Oh dude, this is just tractoring right up. Oh my god. I'm sitting down to get more weight on the back wheel, and in case I fall, it's pretty slippery. That was cakewalk, dude. That was even easier than before. Oh my god. So yeah, I was really impressed with how easy it was to get up that. And I know once I get to really tight hills that are that steep and muddy, I'll have a much easier time getting up it. I tested the low end lugging of this, and I'm actually able to ride in first gear without my hand on the gas now. It just keeps going. So that's pretty rad. Here's a little video of that. Here's first gear. It's very slow. I'm not even touching the gas. I'm going slightly downhill, but it just keeps going. So another thing I noticed is when I go to kick it now, it takes about twice as much effort. It's not hard to kick over. It's not like, you know, the older 450s or something, or I don't know, KX500 or something. But it's definitely harder, and that is, you know, at some point, that's going to be more of a pain in the ass stuck on a hillside trying to kick it over. It's flooded out and I'm trying to get it started. It's going to suck a little bit more at some point, but the benefits that I've gained are just huge. I'll try to show you guys. The whole thing is just really hidden under my trail tank here, but I paid an extra $50 for the blue one, and it looks phenomenal. And I get a little treat whenever I take my tank off and get to see it. I think it was worth it for the $50. It looks rad, even though you can't see it most of the time. So yeah, the window of the low end before you get into the power where you're just lugging, it feels like I have a lot more to work with, and I don't know how much of that is going back to the 14-tooth front sprocket and how much of it is the head. I have a feeling it's the sprocket, but I've now got a bigger window, but the head allows me to run the sprocket and still have plenty of low-end torque. The window between, you know, basically idling and stalling and before I get into the power is much wider, and I have a lot more to play with there. That's really nice on the trails, on the tight stuff. And when I do get into the power, it's not a super hard instant light switch hit. It eases into it, but it eases into it really fast now. So I've got a little bit of warning before it kicks in if I'm, you know, slowly using the throttle. If I want that crazy punch in power and I'm kind of far away from it, lower in the revs, all I got to do is hit the throttle and slip the clutch a little bit, and I'm right there. It's full blast. And yeah, the top end is definitely stronger. Wheelies are a lot easier now, a little too easy. I'm not used to it yet. I'm still getting used to it. I almost looped it earlier. Of course, my camera wasn't rolling. But overall, huge improvement, man, all the way around. If you're going for the really smooth, linear stuff, you're always doing hard enduro type stuff, you know, the Dome A would probably be great for you. If you want that crazy instant low-end torque and mid-range and you're a really good rider, Dome C would be rad. It sounds like too much for me. I want that dual personality thing, like I said, of the luggable low-end and big power hit on top. So the buying experience was excellent. You know, it was easy to order off the website. It was easy to get in contact with B-Rad, and I bought it from B-Rad's website, by the way. And he helped me decide on the head. There's no reviews. He's been saying he's going to make a review of this head, and he hasn't yet. And I'd still love to see his review of it. But yeah, so this should be, I think it's the only review of this head and this dome on the internet, at least so far. So yeah, hopefully he gets around to making that. But I was able to get a hold of him on Facebook very easily, and he helped me decide on this dome. And nice guy. You know, he shipped it out immediately. I ordered on a Saturday or Sunday, shipped out Monday morning. Very professionally packed. I got emails with, you know, notifications of shipment, tracking info, and everything went very smooth, very professional. You're not just buying from some YouTuber. He's running a real business and does it very well. So the only thing that was missing, I think it's the only part that I've bought for this thing. The only thing that I've bought in general for my YZ, except for OEM Yamaha stuff, that doesn't come with a sticker. So I don't know why there's no sticker. It's kind of weird to me, but I kind of wanted a sticker. I just have like a huge like stack of stickers of all the stuff I've bought for this bike, and I'm missing a DRT one, but that's kind of a silly complaint, so I'll let that one go. I'll let him have that one. But yeah, double thumbs up. Here's a little more footage of the head. Only downside is, you know, it's a little harder to kick the kicker. The squish is now exactly where it's supposed to be, where Yamaha should have put it. It's at about 53 thou. The stock head was at about 1,000. It's hard to tell. I had to like wrap the solder up a bunch of times because it was so much that I had to like double the size of the solder that I had. I didn't have thick enough solder, so it was right at about 100 thou, somewhere between 95 and 105, which is too much. It's perfect now, and yeah, I'm super happy. I think the bike is done now. I don't think there's anything else I want to do to this thing. And you know, the ability to go back to the 14 tooth front sprocket, I just get better traction. The gears, I have more RPM range to work with, and my top speed I got back. I'm not looking for a sixth gear anymore, and much more controllable. And I still have plenty of fucking power on this thing. It is, it's a beast, dude. I love this bike. I really do. And now it just feels like my bike, like all the way. And like it was made for me. I've never been so happy with a bike. But we'll do a YZ250X review video soon. I'll probably try to do that next weekend or something. So enjoy. Thanks for watching. Definitely more power.